Welcome everybody to the tail end of Dan-A-Plooza tonight. Hope you've enjoyed all the guests that we've had tonight. We've had Matt Burns, we've had Miss Christina, we've had Penny Pixel, and now we are ending with one of our regulars, Valkyria Rose. So thank you for coming back.
It's good to be back. Oh my gosh, I feel like it's been so long.
Yes, it has. Just be glad it's not been long because I've been sometimes singing show tunes when there's been delays and stuff. Just to keep it
Oh no.
rolling. Just because of that. So we
No,
won't get into that tonight. I don't think
that's great, honestly though.
it is like I think there was one girl and her name was Candy. So I sang the
hmm
song "I Want Candy," so just with some of that, and we're trying to also do that as well as motivate people and as well as panels. If you are interested, Halloween, we're going to do another Dan-A-Plooza Halloween models panel. Um,
hmm
you get to meet all different kinds of models, networking. So
Yeah, I'll see, because like I said, I'll be starting my new job in October, so I have
right,
no idea what my schedule's gonna
right,
look like. So
yeah.
we'll see, and I'll let you know.
Because I think you would really, I think you'd like Emerald. Emerald, she's been on the show. She's
hmm
6'5", and then like
Dang.
7 foot with heels.
Oh my god.
So she lives in the Toronto area in
She's
Canada.
like without heels, she's already like a foot taller than me. So
She
that's
she
whew.
can clean the top of the fridge because she's that tall. People like me, we need step stools
Right? Yeah.
because of the short chair. Um, so, um, can you tell me about any recent shoots or adventures that you've been on?
So I haven't done a lot of shoots lately, just because I've been gone away for school,
Mm-hmm.
in Chicago. So I've actually just been focusing on school. However, I did just go to Flashback Weekend in Chicago, and I
Mm-hmm.
hooked up with a body painter.
Ooh,
I think on Instagram his name is like Canvas by Trael.
okay,
I can't pronounce his last name, but I'll have to send you his stuff if you want to plug him in.
okay.
But we did a really fun shoot where it was nude art, but we did like a scream like theme thing like on the side of my body.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then we did a ass like fake like ass theme thing where he did another like it was like Sydney on one cheek, and so that was really fun to do. He was such a great artist. Like made me feel really comfortable the entire time considering I was naked. But it was the most fun thing I've ever done. Um I will definitely be working with him again. Those photos will be online eventually. I'm just gonna
Yeah,
post them now. But yeah,
really.
that was so much fun. But other than that, yeah, I haven't really done many shoots because I've just been getting my degree. Finally graduated, so
Oh,
ready to
kudos.
start that again.
Round of applause. Virtually. So that's a little hard, different segue with Scream butt cheeks.
Right?
Yeah,
Not your everyday shoot.
it's just, I'm just thinking, what's your favorite instead of scary movie, scary cheek? Because I think that would be
Right?
hilarious. But wow. And it just makes me laugh because I'm supposed to meet Lee Waddle next in October. He's one of the original Ghostface in Scream.
Oh my god, that's so awesome.
Yeah. So it's like maybe I shouldn't bring
Let him
it.
know that he was on my ass.
Listen, you're on my friend's ass. He'll be like, but yeah, I met David Arquette also.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, Ski Ulrich was at this flashbacks weekend that I did the shoot at, and I got to meet him. This is my second time meeting him.
Yeah.
And oh my god, still a dreamboat, still a dreamboat. Jamie Kennedy was actually my artist's booth was right across from Jamie Kennedy's booth, but he wasn't there at the time because I got there near the tail end.
Oh yeah.
But that was really cool too.
Um, when Skeet signed my mast, he was mad that Randy signed where he wanted to sign.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. Do you want to just go take the, just go and talk to him over about it? Just
Right.
recreate Scream like a father son bonding experience.
I'll never forget the first time I met Skeet because when I first met him, I had my outfit planned. I was ready to make that man
Yeah.
my husband. So I wore like those like bunny suits, like
Ah,
bodysuits with
there
like
you go.
fishnet. And
Yeah.
when I got up to him, he like looked me up and down. He's like, "Are you an early birthday present?" And I nearly died right on the spot. And I'm like, "I can be if you want me to."
There you go. There you go. Wow. Yeah, it was an hour and a half, I think, to meet David Arquette.
Yeah,
Uh,
it doesn't surprise me.
yeah, and my photo op, if you want me to show you sometime, it's with someone dressed as Ghostface, me, and David Arquette. It's like
Oh, that's so cool.
it was, and then I met who else? Sheriff Judy Hicks from the sixth
Hmm.
movie, where
Yeah.
she got, or the fifth movie, excuse me. She died in getting my movies confused. But so I just I met her because I went to Monster Mania in Maryland. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
and I met. Have you ever seen My Bloody Valentine?
Hmm.
The old one or the new one?
I didn't know there was a remake.
Oh yeah, it's like 2009. It's in 3D.
I don't think it was that one. I think it was the other one.
Okay, so I met the guy who played the miner in the
Hmm.
in Bloody Valentine. So
Nice.
he was awesome, and then I met who was it? Joe Whip. He was the sheriff in Scream also.
Yeah.
So I'm getting all there. I just have to meet Matthew Lillard. His line's always been
Oh my god, yes. I didn't
terrible.
meet him officially, but when I was online for Skeet, Matthew was doing his own photo shoot, like right next to Skeet. Um, and I almost wished I had met Matthew more than Skeet now, because like
Yeah.
he was in the line, like interacting with his fans and all that, and like oh my god, I was just like, this dude is so amazing. And if I like ever got to like celebrity status,
Mhm.
that like he's who I'd want to be, like with the fans, just down to earth, like
Yeah.
totally just like with the people. He's such a sweet guy. I really hope to meet him one day.
I have met him very quickly through a pro photo op, and
Hmm.
we have the tough guy, with the folded arms.
Yeah.
So he was nice. Actually, he didn't know I was standing there. Skeet had to tell him I was standing there
Oh
because he was looking. He was like, "Turn around." And I was like, "Hey." He's like, "Dude with a hat."
no.
So
I'm
that.
so excited to see what Matt does for the new Five Nights at Freddy movie. Because
Oh yes,
when
it's gonna
I
be
grew
awesome.
up, my teenage years was all Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh yeah.
So when he was announced to be like William Afton, I
Yes.
was like, oh my god,
Oh
my
yeah.
the teenage my teenage is coming out again.
Exactly. So you met Skeet. You've not met Nev yet, right?
No, I didn't meet
She's
Nev.
sweet. She's
Yeah,
sweetheart. Um, and then Rose McGowan. You haven't met her yet.
I haven't met her. I have met Heather Matarazzo though.
Okay. I
Yeah,
haven't met
Randy's
her.
sister. Yeah, she's sweet too. She's pretty
Oh,
funny in real life as
sweet.
well. Like I mean, like she's a comedian, so like what do you expect? But like
Oh,
she was really sweet and goofy.
yeah. I'll have to send you if you want to watch. There's a virtual chat between me and Rose McGowan. We
Really?
met, yes, for like 3 to 4 minutes, and she talks about breaking the camera with the beer bottle in the movie because
That's awesome.
the director made this giant X, and he's like, "Hit the X," and she did not hit the X. She hit the camera.
Oh no.
I said that needs to go in the bloopers. If but if you broke
Right?
the camera, you
Exactly.
can't. But yeah, she was awesome. So if you want to see that, I'll send that to you. You can see it there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Um, but I'm going to that convention. I'm supposed to go to. I might go to the '90s convention. There's one that's strictly '90s.
Oh.
All that, and they have Melissa Joan Hart and people from Family Matters and Full
Hmm.
House and Slime, and they have all that '90s jazz.
That's awesome. Where's that at?
Well, one is in Hartford, Connecticut, so I'm not going there because that's like 10-hour
Yeah.
drive. I may go to Tampa because our airline actually started flying out of they go to Charlotte and now they go to Tampa. So
Nice. There you
and
go.
tickets are like 150 round trip, so that's
That's a steal. To
so,
Tampa? No, that's a steal.
so I'm gonna take that before they jack it up.
Right? Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
um so as far as doing that, you're still with the gorgeous girls?
Yep. Still
Okay.
going strong with them.
Okay. I was gonna say,
I'm actually wearing their jersey
oh,
right
okay.
now.
Yeah, you got the
Um,
jers.
I'm also wearing like their like shorts, but I won't go down that far. But yeah,
Jers
I'm
is
wearing.
fine. um so and with all the actors that you met, do you ever feel like is acting like ever part of that, or is it just strictly modeling for you?
I would love to do acting. I did a lot of acting when I was in high school and like a little bit in college. But I would love to get into that. I absolutely love like especially theater. I love theater acting, and I feel like I would do really well with film too. Um, I've been contacted by a couple people, but it was just never within like good time constraints to be able to do it. Um, but yeah, I that's one of my goals is within the next few years is to get at least one movie in my belt
Well,
for those.
there is actually an opportunity right now.
Oh.
Um, because someone talked to me about it earlier, they're doing this kind of like Bigfoot movie, and they're taking just like submissions like with your phone camera, and you just forward it on, and like they're gonna compile it together. And I think the proceeds will go to a charity cause.
Oh, that's sweet.
But it's Bigfoot, and he's obsessed with stealing hot dogs. So
Alrighty then. That's an interesting concept. Yeah,
but
definitely let me know about that.
yeah, because someone wanted me to submit, so uh, I'm like, do you want me or just character? And they wanted me to talk afterwards. I go, oh boy,
There you go.
do an accent and everything. But I can let you know. I mean, I think like I'll have to get more details, but you wouldn't have to like go on set. You would just film whatever and then send it in. So
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that sounds great actually.
yeah, because they have that one, and then my friends are doing Crack a Coon, which is like the cocaine bear, but it's like the raccoons on crack or something.
Raccoon, you say?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm down already. I
I
love my raccoons.
I'll have to share that with you. My friends made that. I think it's almost done in production phase, but yeah, it's called
Mhm.
Crack a Coon.
That's amazing.
So it just because I don't know. Did you see Cocaine Bear?
I did not know. It didn't seem like my type of movie
Yeah.
exactly, but I heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, and there's definitely certain parts, but like um, I feel like everyone's now going to try to make that
Yeah,
parody with different animals.
that's fair.
Oh man. So, um, with moving forward, are you going to do any more work with the Gorgeous Girls, or is it going to be on a limited basis because the new job?
I will be doing as much as I can. Like I said, so I'm becoming a funeral director, and if you
Okay.
don't know, like that's a very on-demand job kind of thing. It's not like a
Yes.
Monday through Friday schedule. So I don't know what my future entails, but I will be with them as much as I can. I won't ever stop modeling. I won't ever stop being a part of them. It's just going to conventions and stuff. I don't know how often I'll be doing that.
Yeah.
Uh, my goal is to go as to many as possible, but we'll figure it out along the way.
Exactly. And it's interesting enough, the guest I had before you, who's a pinup girl, she also works in the funeral department area.
Mm.
And she does, like, I think, consoling and everything like that when people
Okay, yeah.
are. So she works close with that. So I didn't know if you've been experienced in that working yet, or is that when you get like
Yeah,
asked
I've
out?
been working. I worked at a funeral home for a good, like a throughout my entire school year because they actually
Yeah.
housed me. So I actually lived above one of their funeral homes,
Oh, okay.
which was a really interesting thing. Um, but yeah, so I haven't had like a one-on-one with family yet, like doing
Okay.
arrangements, but I've done embalmings, I've supervised funerals, and visitations and all that. So I'm pretty experienced where I am in it, but like yeah, I'm not full-fledged yet.
Okay. All right. Still earning the stripes and the wings.
Yep, yeah. Still have a lot of learning to do.
Did you have any influence to want to do this? Did anybody influence, or is it just something that you always thought?
Um, everyone always asks me like what got you into this industry, but I don't know where my exact point of reference was. I've had a lot of deaths. I've experienced a lot of deaths growing
Right.
up. I do have a family friend that owns his own funeral home.
Mm-hmm.
We're also family friends with the local coroner.
Okay.
But I've when I didn't want to do art and do like full time art, I wanted to be a forensic pathologist because I was
Okay.
so intrigued with like figuring out why someone died. I always wanted to
Right.
figure out the why, the how. But that was a lot of medical school. So funeral directing was the next best thing. With my personality, like like wanting to help others and take care of others, it
Right.
was just the right place to go with that.
So, were you thinking like a CSI or something, like, with the
Yes,
whole forensics and
yes. I
dun dun?
wanted to be like a medical examiner and like or like a homicide detective or something like that. Like give me the really hard cases and I'll figure it out.
What do we have here?
Yep, exactly. Do some sleuthing.
Yeah. And then, yeah, you could have all those monitors in the screen. You could actually do the slow chair turn. That's all TV like. People have no idea how
Right?
it's. Yeah. Um, so, and when I always think of like a funeral and everything, it always goes back to wrestling. I don't know if you've ever uh, watched wrestling or seen a part of it and anything like that.
Yeah, I have my few favorites,
Mhm.
like Alexa Bliss and Rhea Ripley.
Yes. Oh, Riptide.
Those two I follow closely. When I was a little kid, I loved The Undertaker.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody loved The Undertaker. But yeah,
Um, did you? Because when I think of you like as a mortician, is there some pallbearer influence? Because he was with the Undertaker.
no influence there. But yeah, I see the similarity. I
Yeah.
actually one of my influences um was The Undertaker, but not from wrestling, from an anime called Black Butler. Uh,
Oh.
it was like a Victorian London era thing, and he was one of my favorite anime characters. And I actually
Oh.
just recently met his voice actor, and I'm like, I have loved this character since I was a kid, and now I'm like
Oh.
halfway through mortuary
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
And it was funny because a game came out recently, well, within the last couple of years called Genshin Impact, and they have a character that's an Undertaker named Hu Tao, and she was automatically my favorite character. And I'm like, yep.
Um, wow. Yeah. Undertaker's always been one of my favorites. The Rock.
Yeah.
Um, um, Mankind. Then there was the Macho Man, and that was always one of my favorites growing up. Um,
Right.
there is a whole story about the Macho Man not wanting to get bit by the snake of Jake the Snake Roberts.
I was just about to say one of our models, she loves Jake the Snake, and she actually will dress up as Jake the Snake whenever he's at cons that we go to. Which, yeah, the con that we met at, she was
Yeah.
Jake the Snake. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes. Was that Absinthe?
Yeah, Absinthe. Yep.
Okay. Um, so the short story goes, um, Savage did not want the snake to bite him because Ted DiBiase told him there might still be venom. So he was freaking out. And basically, he wanted Jake to have the snake bite Jake before their match. So that way, when the snake bit him,
Oh.
if it was poison, he would. And so when Jake took it and smacked the snake, Macho Man is like, no elixirs, no pills, no, like no taking anything that might help. And so when they fought in the ring, he turned his back to him and smacked the snake really hard, like in the head. And so it bit and clipped down on Macho Man because he hit it hard.
Oh, no.
And then it was stuck, and then they had to have Piper and everybody else help out. But if she's that big of a fan, she needs to watch the Jake the Snake with the comedy where he talks about Macho Man getting bit by the snake, and that's one of his favorite stories. So
Absolutely. I'll let her know if she hasn't seen that yet or not.
yeah, there's that. And then people told me he used to be really loud when he would go in McDonald's, like everybody would know
Yeah.
he was in there. Hacksaw Jim Duggan tells that story. So wow, in that you like Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy. Yeah, Mommy.
He reminds me every day why I love women.
Exactly. How about she was in not the best gimmick, when she was in the tag team, with her and Nikki Cross, it was just kind of going there
Yeah.
by the wayside. And then they did this whole darkness character and it just skyrocketed.
I love the era she's in right now. Like she is
Oh,
living
yeah.
it, she is thriving in it, and I want the best for her because I could tell she's having so much fun with it. Same with Alexa Bliss. Like she started off like so like innocent and like stereotypical, but like she's doing like her dark phase with
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my gosh, who is it? Why am I
Bray
forgetting his
Wyatt.
name? Yeah, and I love seeing like her just going full crazy and just like that's what I love is like you can tell they're having so much fun with it and like not giving a shit what people think and like
Yeah.
I love it for them.
Did you see when Alexa Bliss was with the Freddy Krueger attire? She was dressed like
Mm-hmm.
as with the
Yep.
vest and the claws.
Yes. She's such a pretty girl. She's so pretty.
Yeah, she was on what is it? Masked Singer. She was one of the contestants on Masked Singer.
Really?
Yeah,
When?
it was I think a couple months ago. She was like a salamander kind of character. You'll have
So
to.
we have to. I need to watch The Masked Singer.
I mean, it's already over, but you can watch her clip. But she was
Mm.
on there. I know she's had health issues lately, so I think that's
Oh,
why
really? I
she.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, but I know that she was on the Masked Singer, so you should check that out.
Definitely, yeah.
It'll be interesting, but so there, you don't think there's nobody that can beat Miss Rhea Ripley, Riptide?
No, no, no. She's queen. She's the queen.
Yeah, I agree. I just hope they don't like make her lose to Charlotte or something like that or something.
Right. Yeah. She's to me, she's unbeatable. And if someone does beat her, it's rigged.
Exactly. Um, so is is it just those two female wrestlers? Any male wrestlers that are still your favorite, or none?
Yeah, it's basically just Alexa and Rhea is who I follow.
So I don't. I'm Damian Priest is the one I'm starting to dig. I'm digging that he's part of the Judgment Day, Mr. Money in the Bank. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll be interesting when he cashes in. Hopefully, they don't screw it
Right, yeah.
up. um, so, is there kind of like a photo shoot that maybe you want to do that you haven't done yet?
So I was actually just talking to my partner about this, but one of my cosplay goals, either by the end of this year or
Okay.
like beginning of next year, is I want to do like a female Skeletor.
Oh,
I have like everything planned out. Like I have the material I need to get it done. But I'm definitely going to be doing Skeletor at some point, which I'm very excited for. Um, and then I've also been working with my friend Rick, who's a writer, and he's been doing a couple things from like writing his own book to doing like
okay.
his own like D&D like campaign books. And all that. And I've been in the talks with him about a couple characters of his that I will be cosplaying, which I'm also very excited for because that gives me a little bit more leeway. So he was like, yeah, like here's the very basics of what you need, but like
Yes.
other than that, like you are full free reign on what you do. So very excited to work on those.
Um, immediately when you said Skeletor, I thought of the original Alan Oppenheimer because he voiced Skeletor on the He-Man
Yeah.
cartoons. So he was at a convention and they didn't have like a chair for him or something, and he went right into Skeletor voice. He's like, no chair for Skeletor.
Oh my
And
gosh, that's so
he's like, I'm sure if He-Man was here, there'd be a chair.
cute.
And like everybody just started laughing because he just went right into there.
That's amazing.
So, um, but if you know, he's also Falcor in Neverending Story.
I did not know that.
He's
Oh,
Falcor and Skeletor.
that's amazing. Yeah, and there's a big one that I plan on working on. It's like I want to do like spider like rabbit queen kind of thing where like I have like this whole plan for like a spider web dress and like the legs coming out of the back. And then I want instead of doing like some pretty face, I want to do like a full arachnid face with like multiple eyes and like big pincers coming out of my mouth, which will be interesting for me considering I have a huge arachnophobia. But we'll see how I like myself in the mirror and like no.
uh, I don't really have really anything in the works as far as my cosplay. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I have to find something. I don't know. People love the Dennis Nedry Jurassic Park, like that.
Yeah, no, that's a good one.
Um, and I've done Negan so many times. It's just like I don't know who else to do. I think I've been asked that question, but I don't know.
Right, I'm always on the exact like opposite spectrum where it's like, what are you gonna do next? And I'm like, I don't know. There's too many that I have planned. Like, I don't know where to start.
Oh yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say or promote on Dan-A-Plooza today as we wrap it up?
uh, actually, this time around, I don't because I've been so out of the game lately that it's like I've been on like a weird hiatus. So it's like, no. Oh wait, no, I do have something. So
Dude.
if anybody listening is like a huge D&D fan, if I remember correctly, it's 5th edition. I actually helped write for this new campaign book that just came out by Storytellers Forge. It's called The Black Ballad, and
Okay.
it's basically a story of after your party dies and what happens to
Oh.
them after they die. My contribution was really fun to do. We had like a Kickstarter for it, obviously, and if people paid like a certain tier, um, they would get an obituary written for a past D&D character of
Oh.
theirs. So if you buy the campaign book, throughout the book, you'll see their obituaries, and
Oh.
those are all written by me. But no,
Ah.
it's a super fun campaign, especially if you like if you are a fan of like the Curse of Strahd. It's definitely like within like that same theme of things. Still its own story, but it's definitely like more horror themed and like psychological. super fun. Definitely check it out. It's called The Black Ballad. But yeah, definitely play with it with your friends.
All right. Well, that's going to wrap it up for here on Dan-A-Plooza. Next Thursday, we will have the Glow Wrestler Hollywood will be on Dan-A-Plooza. So keep watching and supporting, and have a good night.